Let's talk about that deep, dragging tiredness, the kind that sleep doesn't fix, the kind that makes it hard to get through your day, let alone feel like yourself. If you've been wondering, is this just life now? Or why do I feel exhausted when I'm doing everything right? You're not alone. Fatigue is a clue, not a final answer. Today on The Wellness Detective, we're following the trail of low energy through hormones, stress, inflammation, blood sugar, sleep, and more to uncover what might really be draining your tank. Because lasting energy isn't about more caffeine. It's about understanding what your body needs and giving it the right kind of support. I'm Dr. Stacie Stevenson, the Wellness Detective. Let's get to the bottom of it together.
Our first question on fatigue is from Sierra B. She asks, Dr. Stacie, some of my friends have mentioned my fatigue could be caused by my thyroid. Others say it's stress or burnout. How do I get clear answers?
I'm finding that you really want to know about testing, and I'm hearing that you're just really asking, is fatigue real? That's actually what I'm hearing behind your question. I'm going to say something a little bold to you. If you believe your fatigue is excessive, it is. Because you are the decision maker. You know your body better than any test. You know your body better than any doctor. You know your body better than any book, or candidly, this podcast. You know your body better. It's your perception that matters because you have the comparison of how you felt and how your energy level was a year ago, or 2 years ago, or 4 years ago, or whatever you're comparing to. It could be last month. Most of these changes happen kind of slowly, but they happen. Fatigue can relate to an infectious illness. Think cold, think flu. You don't ask yourself if that fatigue is real. You know, I know you know, we all know, oh, I'm tired, I have a cold. Oh, I'm tired, I have the flu. Oh, I'm tired, I have seasonal allergies. But why is it that what are you so scared of? I almost hear this fear that you just have this generalized fatigue, and is it real? What the hell have they taught us in our society and in healthcare that a general feeling of being tired is suspicious, independently of a clarity of a disease or illness? The worst, most dangerous form of fatigue is when your cells, called mitochondria, that are making your cellular energy, which is called ATP, and that's our body's gasoline. ATP is our body's gasoline. It's made in these tiny little cells. You actually inherit this cellular DNA from only your mom, not your dad. It's just kind of a fun, silly fact. Moms basically rule the world. That's all there is to it. You are carrying so much more genetic material from your mother than you would ever realize. However, your real energetics, your cellular gasoline is coming from those. And when they're tired and exhausted, there's really not a test, but you are feeling it and it's real. We can test around it and sort of put a picture together. But it shouldn't stop you from beginning to implement changes in your lifestyle immediately. So my number one recommendation with fatigue is, of course, look for somebody to help you. I understand there are good tests that you can do, but also beware that we live in a very toxic environment. I haven't even started with that. Heavy metal toxicity can add to fatigue. What you're breathing in a city or other environments can give you fatigue. But the thing is, guess what they do? They're affecting the function of those cellular processes that make energy. And you've got to feed those cellular processes. You've got to build them back up. And that's all through nutrients. But your core question that I really heard was, is my fatigue real? Well, your fatigue is real because you feel it. I really doubt you're making it up. I really, really doubt you're making it up. I know, by the way, there's a history of women not being listened to. And I can tell by your question that you weren't listened to. Somebody scared you along the way. Somebody scared you at some point and said, maybe passed you off. Oh, you just had a baby. Oh, you're going to school. Oh, it's allergy season. Or, oh, it's depression. I don't know. Or whatever. Circumstances. Circumstances make us tired as well. But I think you intuitively know that. And when there's a real depth of tiredness and fatigue, there's an intuition that it's real. So I'm going to tell you that your fatigue that you feel is real. And I hope that helps some. I hope that helps you work through your journey and find some options. It may be simple as starting with sleep. It may be simple as beginning to improve your protein intake. But don't look for the magic bullet. Go for the basics first. And there's lots of support that you can look for the basics, your fitness, exercise, nutrition, even simple vitamin programs, simple spiritual and meditation programs. You can do all of that really nearly for nothing. You can learn about all of that and begin to implement some things. And give yourself a few months of doing the basics, really. I would say give yourself a good 3 months of going through those basics. And if you're not digging out at all, don't expect a miracle. But if you start to feel a little bit better and you can see some response, then just keep going. And if you don't see response, then you may be farther down the chain of a serious, more chronic fatigue that does need professional help. And so find that professional help.
Next question is from a fan in Shreveport, Louisiana. Dr. Stacie, I know you're the wellness detective, so I need you to do some sleuthing for me. I'm eating clean, plenty of vegetables, good protein, staying away from processed foods, but I still feel off. Is it possible to eat really well and still be missing key nutrients?
Oh, I like this question. I like this question because what I'm hearing is you're saying, I feel I'm eating well. I'm following a solid, healthful diet, and I still don't feel good. Here's the sad truth. In our current status of food, the quality of the nutrients in the food, the value of the nutrients, literally just the amount, let's just down to the milligrams, it isn't there anymore. The soil is depleted. A lot of you think you can eat your way to health, and you can, but mostly you cannot own. No, I'm gonna own it and say it. You can't trust anymore this old concept of I'll just eat perfectly healthful and I eat great and that will give me all the vitamins that I need. It's nonsense. I'd like to add in something, another expletive, but it isn't true. It was probably true for our parents' generation. It was probably true some decades ago. It certainly was true maybe like at the turn of the 1900s and such. If they were eating all this wonderful food, they probably were getting the basic nutrients that they needed. We can't. We can't simply because you could be eating all your fabulous greens, and I want you to keep eating them. But are you getting the same value of, say, B6 and B12 and folate and those things that you know are healthful and are like those real rock star nutrients that you read about and they're good for your energy and they nourish you? You just don't have the same quantity in the physical foods of those nutrients anymore due to overprocessing of foods, due to mostly soil depletion. The nutrients aren't in the soil. The farming methods have changed to a corporate just production methodology. We don't let the soil rest anymore. I could go on and on and on about soil, but I think your core question is, do you have to take vitamins? And my basic answer that I'm absolutely will stand by is yes, you have to take vitamins. Don't trust that you can eat your way to a true vitamin balance. I can't do it. I can't do it myself. I don't know how to tell you how to do it. I haven't been recommending that people can truly eat their way just with their healthful diet and not take supplemental nutrients in my entire career. I have not one time told someone that. I've had colleagues, when I was young that might have told you that might have said, no, you can do this. You eat all your organic food and you get the correct protein and get your free range this and the organic that. And I support all of that. However, I wouldn't trust your body to only relying on your dietary consumption. It's not worth it. It's gambling. It's gambling. And it wouldn't surprise me that you think you're eating well and therefore you must start feeling better energy, which you should feel better, by the way. If you're eating good, healthful fats and good, healthful protein, and you are really eating some of your good power foods, your green leafies, you're eating the rainbow, I'm kind of guessing you might be doing something you don't want to admit to yourself. But short of that, you're going to have to take some supplements. And many of you are just going to have to own the fact that supplemental nutrients are just a fact of life now. And it's no longer like this debate. It doesn't need to be debated anymore. You just need to do it.
We have a question from Francesca. She wants to know, I do like to have a drink every once in a while. Is that bad?
I think we could do 20 shows on alcohol. So you do like to have a drink once in a while. Is that bad? No, I'm just going to say no, it's not bad. And there was there's a principle in dietary medicine, really, nutrition and in clinical nutrition and in dietetics that it's really psychological. That if we tell someone, if we tell you, you absolutely can never have a drink, guess what you're going to do? You're going to crave the drink. And there actually is some evidence that if you give yourself the space and you say to yourself, if I wanted to have a drink once in a while, it's not going to kill my diet. You probably would drink less than if you said to yourself, I am absolutely never going to have a drink because it's going to mess up my entire health plan and my entire health program. It's kind of it's a psychological game a little bit. Same thing with desserts and sweets. Alcohol, I think of alcohol, a lot of you would probably think not just alcohol, but how okay does that hold for desserts and sweets? And I want to have that birthday cake. You want to have the birthday cake, or you want to have I don't know, whatever, something at the holidays, or remember, I know that food in almost all cultures represents celebration, pretty much to everybody in different degrees and different foods and food, especially those foods that generally aren't so good, alcohol being one of them, reminds our brain of those celebrations. We might maybe been taught those in our families. Your core question is, can I have a drink once in a while? If you don't have gluten, go with your gluten sensitivity. If you are gluten sensitive, remember that wheat, barley, and rye is in most alcohol. So you need to avoid that. And I'm more of a fan of wine, which I think almost all of my colleagues would say. I'd love for you to stay away from the vodkas and gins and bourbons of the world. Ideally, I'd rather you stick more in the red wine world once in a while. In fact, the evidence is back and forth on how the red wines help us or don't help us. And I've just stopped reading it. I basically stopped reading it because I'm not kidding. One year a study is, oh, it's great for your heart. The next year the study is, it's not great for your heart. Oh no, now it's driving up your cholesterol. Well, how much does it drive up your cholesterol? By the way, a lot of these are valid, and they're searching for docs like me, and I know all of you. You're searching for the actual answer. You just want the answer to the test. You just want to check the box. I don't think we're ever going to really be able to absolutely check the box for you. But at the end of the day, do I think an occasional drink is going to just destroy everything you're working on. No, it is a stress reliever. It is a moment of celebration to share with others. It provides this uh, culture of friendship and togetherness that most of us have been brought up in some manner. I mean, in the blue zones, in the blue zone diets, you will see that almost all of those cultures consume some form of alcohol, except for one of them, which it's mortally against it. Yeah, but um, so simple answer: don't drink too much. I'd love if you're a woman in her 30s, 40s, 50s, it's getting a little harder with alcohol. If you keep it to 1 or 2 a week, those actually are the new guidelines. 1 to 2 drinks per week. And that is a little tough because when you grew up, I don't know if you're 40, I'd love to ask how old you are, but I'm just going to say 40 roughly. And you grew up, you might have read that even the recommendations from heart associations and cardiac specialists and things like that were 1 to 2 drinks a day was okay. So I don't that that's out the window. Um, it used to be the 1 to 2 drinks a day was okay and wine preferred, and 3 to 4 for a man. That's like that's a big no. That's alcoholism. But let's don't do that. 1 to 2 a week. And I think if you know that's okay, 1 to 2 a week, you probably won't even drink that much. But if you put yourself in this, I cannot ever, ever have alcohol, it's not going to work. It's just not going to work. I hope that helps. Give you some ideas.
And the last question on fatigue comes from a woman from Pennsylvania. She asks, Dr. Stacie, I always power through my stress and just keep going, but I'm starting to feel it's catching up to me. Can stress alone really leave me feeling completely exhausted?
Stress alone can absolutely leave you feeling this exhausted, especially long term. Generally, you are able to recover. Your body will recover in short-term stress. It's supposed to. You are created to rebound from brief stress. It's normal. Long-term stress is the problem you're likely having. You're never getting that recovery time. Whether it's a stress at your work or whether it's stressful relationship or whether it's God knows what it is, whatever you're worried about, financial matters, political matters, you name it, taking care of an older parent, taking care of a family member. Maybe you're the caretaker in your home beyond your children. Maybe you happen to be taking care of, your mom and your husband. Maybe he's not helping. I'm probably going to get in trouble for that comment. But it's real. It's real. Stress contributing to fatigue is real. Now, the question becomes, what are you going to do about it? How much are you willing to stand for yourself? Because some of your circumstances that are leading to your stress, chances are you can't change truly transform. Some of your circumstances are where you are right now. The question becomes, could you adapt? Could you adapt more to the stressors in your life? Because I don't think you're going to go live up in a mountain and be a monk. That's not what you're asking me. Most of us can't hide. I try to hide. I'm sure you do too. And a lot of you, I guarantee, are just thinking, why am I sick and tired and exhausted and stressed every day, every day, every day, every day, every day? You're never getting enough recovery. And you're going to have to find adaptive behaviors that provide you some recovery. And they can start small. They probably have to start small because you may not have much time in your schedule. They may start with 10 minutes. I think you can probably do better than that, than 10 or 15 minutes. But if that's where you have to start, that's where you have to start. You have to prepare food anyway. You have to purchase food anyway. So if you're more conscious about purchasing foods and preparing foods that are feeding your adrenal glands, that are helping your body recover from stress, not create more stress. Sugars creates more stress. Sweets create more stress. Junk food creates more stress. All of the foods that you know you're not supposed to eat make your stress a lot worse. There are foods that will nourish you, and I know you know them, and we can go over them again, but that will provide that balance to help your body adapt to the stress as well. I hope that helps some. Hope it helps a lot. Thanks for being here with me on The Wellness Detective. If you've been dragging through your days wondering why rest isn't working, I hope today's episode helped you see fatigue in a new light. Not as a weakness, but as a message worth listening to. Here's the truth. Constant tiredness isn't something you just have to live with. When you uncover the deeper reasons, whether it's stress, hormone imbalance, nutrient gaps, or sleep issues, you can start making shifts that restore your energy and rebuild your vitality from the inside out. And coffee isn't the answer. If this episode resonated with you, share it with someone who's running on empty and needs to hear this. And don't forget, you can always send your questions to me at drstaciestevenson.com. I just might answer yours in a future episode. Until next time, stay curious and keep following the clues your body gives you. I'm Dr. Stacie Stevenson, and I believe your energy can come back stronger than ever. Let's keep uncovering the path to vibrant health together.